So today we're looking at the Gunk, an indie Game Pass exclusive 3D platformer created by Image & Form, the same team who created the SteamWorld franchise. Now I love me some SteamWorld dig, don't get me wrong. I was excited to play this, especially the way some folks were hyping it up to the moon on Twitter. But I gotta say, it doesn't live up to those lofty heights, but not every game has to be a AAA 7 out of 7, you know? So let's start with the story. Ronnie and Beck are a lesbian couple who work as space scavengers. They hop from planet to planet looking for wrecked ships and other trash, other tech stuff that they can sell for parts or scrap. They happen across a planet that's given off some unique energy signatures, so they land hoping for a junk gold mine. But instead they find a landscape drowning in a mysterious black ooze. Beck, the sensible one, wants to forget about it and just get the hell out of there, while Ronnie, the more reckless, adventurous one, well, she wants to strap on her vacuum glove and just suck up all that toxic, evil space spooge and make the world more tolerable and inclusive for the more colorful and unique creatures living there.
Message!
I'm kidding here. The subtext is there if you feel the need to go looking for it, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it. It's fine. It's fine. The Gunk is a 3D puzzle platformer. It's just not the most original one I've ever played. There's not a single mechanic you'll use in this game that you haven't used somewhere else. Growing vines to get to out-of-reach places, using switches to rotate platforms, using switches to open locked doors, using multiple switches to unlock doors. This stuff's been in 3D platformers for over 20 years. And then there's the main mechanic, sucking.
It certainly does suck.
Moments into the game, when my glove arm swallowed its first load. What? Luigi's Mansion instantly sprung to mind. It's just there, and anyone who's played that series will instantly know what I'm talking about the first time their glove arm gargles some gunk. The rest of the gameplay is straightforward stuff. There's a very small amount of combat, but short of 2 laughably easy boss fights, it's mostly just sucking up a critter and shooting it at another critter. There's also a lot of collecting. You have numerous animal and planet types to scan, which feels like Pokemon Snap and a half dozen other games that have this mechanic. You can collect various crafting materials to build new equipment and enhancements, like slightly more offensive capabilities and better health, but honestly, you don't really need anything more than your vacuum, which was honestly disappointing to me, considering the amount of gear and weapons available in the SteamWorld games. Regardless, unless you're a completionist that just has to grab it all and see it all,
Oh my.
you can just suck your way through the whole thing in about 3.5 hours. The graphics are well done. The Gunk effect is impressive, but the rest of it's nothing you haven't seen before. It maintains a mostly stable 60 frames per second with some minor hiccups. The character models are fun designs. Their lips don't really match their dialogue when they talk, but hey, it's certainly not the first time most of you have experienced lackluster lip work, you know? It's not that big a deal in the greater scheme of things. The music is good, but there's no memorable themes. The voice acting is well done, there's a believable chemistry between Ronnie and Beck, and their conflict gives the story some much needed weight where it would otherwise be a pretty lightweight affair. Even so, the overall experience is just too short to build any real empathy with the people Ronnie is trying to save. The game spends more time on Ronnie and Beck's conflicting feelings about saving these people than on the people themselves. But hey, when you're looking to craft a quick in and out experience, you don't always have time for something deeper and more impressive.
Too little? You said it was a good size!
Look, I'm not saying the game is bad. It's not. It's fine. It's just fine. Not every game has to be 10 plus hours of pure, unadulterated, orgasmic gratification. You don't always have to end up with a masterpiece. You don't always have to end up with the greatest thing ever. You don't always have to fanboy for every exclusive. In the end, I like the Gunk just the way it is. That's why I'm giving it a 5.5 out of 7.